Went ahead and got the rear hubs installed. I'm gonna keep looking for some brake pads. I found some new, or shoes. I found some new ones, but they're a little too big for this setup. So we're gonna keep looking, and I'm just gonna keep on plugging away on this deal here. Should be getting the front forks in today, get them assembled. Waiting on a couple pieces here and there's. Getting this thing assembled. Should be a ripper here pretty soon. Waiting on some bushings and some bearings, some brake pads and a cable. Got the exhaust on, although I may have to take it back off and wrap that pipe. We'll see. Starting to mock up this wiring harness. Or should we make it spark for? I guess if we get it spark, then we know that we don't need any of this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get this to spark real quick first. Then we're gonna.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I see it. So we're gonna crank them. I might want to take the plug out too, man, just to test it and make it easier on the wrench and the crank.
Yeah.
The nut just comes off loose. Yeah, so we're gonna get the spark and then we're gonna delete. We're trying to tear out this. I don't even know what this is for.
Turn signals, brake light.
Yeah, that's why we want to get it sparked first, and then we're gonna work our way back through here to the front. Get all this out, put a new loom on it, relocate a few things so it matches our setup. So we don't want this to look like a nightmare. Look at that Kenda cutter right there, dudes. But check out the secret weapon in here, dudes. That's a whole harness. That's a couple harnesses right there. So all this sketty and all these plugs just dangling everywhere. Look, you don't want that just hanging off a whole bundle. There's gonna be like 5 of them just dangling right there. Down to this right here. All right, guys, getting the swing arm, making it a three. Today's the day it becomes a 3-wheeler. In just a few moments, this will be a 3-wheeler. Let's get ready, y'all. Ooh, got us an axle. Putting the chain on real quick. Then we're gonna, we gotta loosen that carrier and slide the axle over. She's a flat tracker right now, circle tracker. And we are finally back onto this thing since this went so quick. 190 trike. Getting back into it right now, guys. You be sure and get up in there. We're waiting on some plastics, but we're gonna go ahead and fire it up, maybe put it around a little bit, you know what I mean? Get a feel for if it's any good or not. We're gonna have to find out sooner or later. So a tank and a seat should be enough for that, right?
Yeah.
Just pa. Dang, we welded that nut right there. You see that?
Yeah.
We're waiting on our plastic. So for now, we got to do it like this so our seat will stay on, just so we can see if it's got the. We got to see what's what. So we're gonna bolt all this on, get it fired up, and we'll try and send it like this. There's the real seat, and I have this old plastic, but we're not gonna put it on there right now. No brakes, so that's something to remember. Just say to yourself a couple times. We're not taking off on it per se, but. Damn, dude.
Oh shit.
You want DMX it? Put your feet right there. Oh, fucking pipe.
Oh, I got you already?
Yeah. So just every turn it's gonna get fucked.
Like it's a fucking Mars. Oh yeah.
Got no brakes here. Oh, traction.
What's sticking? Throttle?
Holy shit. Right there, another project almost done. Waiting on some plastics. this, we are going to put to bed a myth. And that myth is that people leave, they turn their fuel off and they let their machine idle until it runs out of fuel. We're about to bust us a myth right now because we have a clear fuel bowl. Oh, look, it just died. That's how much is left when it quits touching the idle jet, fellers. So when you let it just idle, that's how much fuel's left. You need to crack the drain on that old, hell, even just tilt her over and let it piss out the overflow, anything. But this is what you got left after running it dry. So that's letting one idle till it runs out. And this thing's running idle and fine. If anything, pulling the choke might help you. Let's try that, because I know it should help you. It should make it run longer. So I'm gonna pull the choke. Hopefully it'll want to fire back up. We'll give it another shot. That's it, dudes. We'll try holding on the throttle then. Dirty bitch. That's it, boys. Oh, she's out of gas. My main jet will stay clean that way. Boom, right there. There's your fuel level. And another thing, this is a 4-stroke. Here's a secret for everybody, a little pro tip. When you run your 2-stroke out of gas, you run it out of oil as well. So just turn off the fuel, drain the carburetors. Then you come out, pop it on, done deal, ready to rip. But don't run them out of gas, not good for them. And it doesn't work, look, it just runs till it's not touching the idle jet and dies, leave you that much fuel in it. Cute. Custom 190, fully suspended trike. Like a torque monster. I gotta get one tank mount finished to raise this sucker up and keep it still. And then I've got to put these fenders on and my brakes. A quick, easy tip for you. These chains all have a master link. Look something like that. There's a few different ways to get it off, but Parker's never done one before. And I'm gonna show y'all how. Put it flat against there. No, flat, so you hit both of them like that. Yeah. Then give her one whack with the mallet. I'm gonna put it, well, no, I'll leave it out of gear. There you go. Now pull that off. You can push that out, or you can put your flathead in there and pop that off. Just put it in there and then twist. That'll work too. Pull both those out. There you go. Back onto a different trike. We're getting the brakes adjusted. Parker's getting us the brakes off of another machine to put on here. We just took these ones off that weren't working. And it's gonna be test ride time on this. What do y'all think? See what this thing's got. We changed some stuff in 7 weeks. Went to a 16 front sprocket. Parker went through the carburetor, turned the fuel off. A lot of people say they just turn the fuel off, let it run out. This one has a clear bowl on it, so it makes it nice. We're gonna see how much fuel's left when it runs out, when it's run out. As she just turned off, let's see how much fuel's left. There's your level. Your entire main jet's in it. Part of your idle jet's probably in it. We let it sit about 2 months. It did start and run when we filled it back up, but the idle jet was clogged. So guys, just drain your carbs if you don't want trouble. And it off the old boom tank. Guys, we'll have a lot less fender rattle there. We got us one brace on. Now we're gonna put the one on the other side. My goodness, you guys, I think it's a perfect time to try out that new Insta 360. See if we can get some killer shots on this bad boy. Oh, stupid knee hit the throttle. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, one thing you want to watch out for. Well guys, I snapped the keyway trying to get all sideways, and the freaking outer hub come undone. So that's how that is. It stayed on, but it was a little confusing there for a second. Be sure and get up in there, guys. We got lots more coming. This is a way more serious project. We're ripping it. We're ripping it. We're about to rip it.